Welcome to today's motivational journey. In this video, we'll explore 10 essential areas you should focus on daily to achieve lasting success and transformation. From mindset and habits to personal growth and finances, these fundamental aspects shape your future. By dedicating yourself to these every day, you'll witness remarkable progress over time. So let's begin. Today marks the first step toward becoming the best version of yourself. Picture this. Every day is a blank canvas, and you hold the brush. Your choices determine what masterpiece you create. The question is, what will you paint? Each day presents a fresh opportunity, an invitation to grow, refine your skills, strengthen your mindset, and elevate your life. But progress doesn't happen by chance. It requires intentional effort. One of the greatest lessons I've learned is this. Success is the result of small, consistent disciplines, while failure stems from minor misjudgments repeated over time. The difference lies in the choices you make daily. It's not about dramatic shifts, but rather the small, often unnoticed actions that, when compounded, lead to extraordinary results. I've identified 10 key areas you must nurture daily. We'll move through them efficiently so we can dive into our goal-setting workshop. 1. Attitude. Your attitude holds immense power. It serves as the foundation for your life. Even slight improvements each day can bring profound changes to your overall experience. You might think, it's just my attitude, it's just how I feel, but it's much more than that. Your attitude influences how you perceive situations, tackle challenges, solve problems, and connect with others. It functions like a magnet, either drawing in opportunities or pushing them away. Think about this. Have you ever met someone who constantly complains no matter how good their life is? How much success do you think that mindset attracts? Likely very little, because negativity builds walls between people and opportunities. Now, consider someone with a positive outlook. They naturally attract opportunities. Others want to collaborate with them, support them, and see them thrive. A positive attitude fosters strong relationships, opens doors, and builds momentum. So, how do you improve your attitude? Start small. Aim to be a bit more optimistic or patient each day. Over time, you'll notice a shift. New possibilities will emerge, opportunities you never expected. But remember, attitude doesn't change overnight. It's a gradual process, built step by step. Maybe today you focus on gratitude, tomorrow you work on resilience, the next day you practice seeking solutions instead of dwelling on challenges. Each small effort is like laying a brick, slowly constructing a stronger, more positive mindset. And before you know it, you'll have built something lasting and impactful. Here's the truth. When your attitude improves, everything else follows. Your relationships grow, your productivity increases, and even your health can benefit. Next, communication skills. Improving your communication skills daily is vital. Why? Because nearly every aspect of life revolves around communication. Whether you're having a conversation with a friend, negotiating a business deal, or spending time with family, your ability to communicate shapes the quality of your interactions. The stronger your skills, the better your relationships, work efficiency, and influence. But let's clarify something. Communication isn't just about talking. The best communicators are often exceptional listeners. They pay attention, listen with empathy, and focus on truly understanding rather than just responding. Effective communication is a two-way process. It's about clearly expressing your thoughts while also understanding the perspectives of others. And like any skill, it can be improved daily. Today you might work on being a more attentive listener. Tomorrow you focus on expressing your ideas more clearly. The next day you refine the way you articulate emotions. With each step, your communication becomes smoother and you become someone others respect and enjoy engaging with. Here's the power in this. Better communication increases your influence. You lead more effectively, resolve conflicts with ease, and inspire those around you. Think about it. How many misunderstandings have occurred because of poor communication? Maybe you assumed someone meant one thing, but they meant something entirely different. That small mix-up could have led to a much bigger issue. Now imagine improving your communication just a little each day. How many misunderstandings could be prevented? How many disagreements could be avoided? How much trust could you build in your relationships? It's worth considering. Next, self-discipline. Developing self-discipline is essential. It's the bridge between goals and achievements. It keeps you moving forward even when motivation fades. It pushes you to take action even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. The reality is simple. Without self-discipline, success is impossible. You can have ambitious goals, groundbreaking ideas, and exceptional talent, but without the discipline to follow through, none of it matters. Think of self-discipline like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And you can build it little by little every day. Today that might mean waking up 15 minutes earlier. Tomorrow, it could be exercising even when you don't feel like it. The day after, staying focused and avoiding distractions while working. These small, consistent acts of discipline may seem insignificant, but over time, they add up to extraordinary results. Self-discipline, the power of habit. Here's an important point. Self-discipline isn't just about willpower, it's about building habits. When something becomes a habit, it no longer feels like a struggle. It becomes automatic. That's why a crucial part of improving discipline is creating routines that align with your goals. For example, if you develop the habit of reading 10 pages of a great book daily, you won't need motivation to keep learning and growing. The habit will take over, making progress feel effortless. I once knew a young man full of talent and potential, but he lacked discipline. He would start projects with excitement but rarely finish them. Every time a new idea sparked his interest, he abandoned the last one. As a result, he struggled to make real progress. One day I told him, "You need to train yourself to follow through, even when it's challenging, dull, or frustrating." He took that advice seriously and started small, committing to finishing one project at a time. Over time, he strengthened his discipline and tackled bigger challenges. Today, he's incredibly successful and often credits self-discipline as the foundation of his achievements. Next, key to success: challenging limiting beliefs. Many of us aren't held back by external circumstances, but by our own beliefs. We convince ourselves that we can't do something just because we've never done it before, or because someone else told us we weren't capable. But these beliefs are nothing more than thoughts, and thoughts can be changed. Each day, work on replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Instead of thinking, "I can't do this," shift to, "I'm learning how to do this." Instead of saying, "I'll never be successful," remind yourself, "I'm on the path to success." Small, consistent shifts in mindset can completely transform your life. I knew a man who struggled deeply with negative thinking. He saw every obstacle as impossible and every failure as final. No matter how hard he worked, his mindset kept him stuck. One day, I told him, "You need to shift your focus. Stop dwelling on what's wrong and start looking for what's possible." He took that advice to heart and started small. Each morning, he read a few pages from an uplifting book. Each night, he practiced gratitude. Slowly, his focus shifted from problems to solutions. Over time, his mindset transformed, and so did his life. He became more confident, resilient, and successful. And it all started with a daily effort to change his perspective. Next, time management. Time is one of our most valuable resources. Everyone has the same 24 hours each day, yet how we use them determines our success. Once time is spent, it can never be recovered. If you want to achieve great things, mastering time management is essential. The good news? Time management is a skill you can develop. Maybe today you focus on setting clear priorities. Tomorrow you work on cutting distractions. The next day you practice saying no to commitments that don't align with your goals. These small improvements add up, allowing you to get more done while staying focused on what truly matters. Now, ask yourself, how often do you feel busy but not productive? How often do you spend time on tasks that don't truly move you forward while pushing aside what's most important? Being busy isn't the same as being productive. That's why time management is so critical. It's about focusing on the right tasks at the right time in the right way. One of the best ways to improve time management is to start each day with a plan. Take a few minutes every morning to outline your priorities. What are the most important tasks? What can you delegate or eliminate? And here's another key point. Don't just plan your work. Plan your breaks too. Rest is just as important as action. Without time to recharge, burnout is inevitable. Effective time management isn't just about productivity, it's about balance. Mastering time management over the years, I've met countless people who struggled with time management. They'd say, I just don't have enough time to get everything done. And I'd always remind them, you have the same 24 hours as everyone else. It's not about having more time, it's about using your time more effectively. If you want to improve your life, start by refining how you manage your time. It's a daily practice, and with each small adjustment, life becomes more balanced and manageable. Next, building knowledge. The world is constantly evolving, and if you're not learning, you're falling behind. The more you know, the more you can do. Knowledge is power. The more you know, the more you can achieve. The greater your achievements, the more value you bring to the marketplace. And the more value you provide, the greater the rewards you'll receive. If you want to stay ahead in life, commit to learning every day. How do you do that? It's simple. Read, listen, and study daily. Make learning a non-negotiable habit. Perhaps today, you read an article related to your industry. Tomorrow, you might listen to a personal development podcast. The day after, you take an online course to enhance your skills. Each small step builds upon the last, leaving you more knowledgeable, skilled, and prepared for life's challenges. And here's something crucial to remember. Learning doesn't stop after school. In fact, that's when real education begins. Formal education may help you earn a living, but self-education can help you build a fortune. The world's most successful people are lifelong learners. They understand that consistent learning leads to continuous growth. One of my mentors, Mr. Schoaf, was one of the wisest individuals I've ever known. But he didn't get there by accident. He committed to learning something new every single day. He once told me, the more you learn, the more you earn. Those words stuck with me. So I started reading books, listening to tapes, and attending seminars, anything that could expand my knowledge. And guess what? He was right. The more I learned, the more opportunities came my way. The same can happen for you. Next, mastering your finances. Your financial situation isn't just a matter of luck. It's the result of the choices you make, and just like every other area of life, improving your finances requires consistent daily effort. Whether your goal is to eliminate debt, build wealth, or create financial security, it starts with small, intentional steps. Here's the truth. Most people don't fully understand money. They may know how to earn it, but they struggle with managing it. As a result, no matter how much they make, they often feel like they're falling behind. Mastering your finances, from survival to freedom. The good news? You can improve your financial situation a little each day. Start small. Maybe today you begin by tracking your expenses to see where your money is going. Tomorrow you create a simple budget to ensure you're living within your means. The next day, you set aside a small percentage of your income for savings or investments. These small steps, taken consistently, will create significant change over time. Soon, you'll find your finances not only under control, but also steadily growing. It's not about how much you make. It's about how much you keep. Some people earn a lot of money, but constantly struggle because they don't manage it well. Others earn less, but thrive financially because they're intentional with every dollar. Too often, high earners live paycheck to paycheck, spending as quickly as they earn. Meanwhile, those with modest incomes build wealth by mastering smart money management. The difference? Discipline and intentionality. Financial success is a skill anyone can learn. You don't need to be a financial expert. Success with money comes from making small, smart decisions consistently over time. One of the best pieces of advice I ever received was, spend less than you earn and invest the rest. It sounds simple, but its impact is profound. Financial security isn't about luck. It's about discipline. It requires delaying gratification, saying no to unnecessary expenses today so you can say yes to financial freedom tomorrow. And here's the best part. This isn't about drastic changes. It's about daily progress. Each day presents an opportunity to make wiser financial choices, manage resources better, and invest in your future. Let me ask you, have you ever looked at your bank statement and thought, where did all my money go? If so, it's time to take control. Your money should work for you, not the other way around. It doesn't take monumental changes to see results, just small, consistent steps forward. Personal development, the journey of growth. Life is about growth. If you're not growing, you're standing still. And in a fast-moving world, standing still often means falling behind. That's why every day you must commit to becoming a better version of yourself. Growth is about progress, not perfection. This isn't about achieving perfection. It's about continuous improvement. It's about refining how you think, how you act, and how you live. Personal development isn't optional if you want to thrive. It's essential. Start small. Maybe today you focus on improving your self-awareness, understanding your strengths, weaknesses, habits, and tendencies. Tomorrow you work on developing a new skill that supports your career or personal life. The next day you enhance your emotional intelligence, learning to manage emotions and connect better with others. These small improvements compound over time. Before you know it, you'll be evolving into the person you've always known you could be. Set goals that challenge and inspire you. One of the most powerful personal growth strategies is setting clear, specific goals. These goals should challenge you, push you to grow, and align with your values, passions, and purpose. Because here's the truth. It's not just about achieving more. It's about becoming more. It's about transforming into the kind of person who can accomplish those goals. Start small. Today you set a goal to read one chapter of a personal development book. Tomorrow you practice a new habit for just 10 minutes. The next day you reflect on your progress and adjust your course as needed. Every small action propels you forward. But personal development isn't just about learning new things. It's also about unlearning what no longer serves you. Sometimes growth means letting go of old habits, limiting beliefs, and outdated mindsets. You attract what you become. One of the greatest lessons I've learned about personal growth is this: you attract what you become. If you want to attract success, cultivate successful habits, thoughts, and actions. If you want to attract great relationships, become the kind of person worthy of them. If you want to attract abundance, develop an abundant mindset. These qualities aren't built overnight. They're developed through daily effort. By improving yourself just a little each day, you'll become more disciplined, focused, positive, and successful. Living with purpose, the key to fulfillment. Now, let's talk about purpose. This is one of the most important elements of life. Your purpose gives your life direction. It's the reason you wake up in the morning. It's the force that keeps you going even in tough times. The real question is, have you discovered your purpose? Living with purpose, the key to fulfillment, the key to a meaningful life, is working on your purpose every day. Purpose isn't something you stumble upon. It's something you develop, refine, and live out through your actions. Some people say, I don't know what my purpose is. That's perfectly fine. Purpose isn't found overnight. It's built over time, and you can strengthen it little by little each day. Maybe today you reflect on what truly matters to you. Tomorrow you take a small step toward your dream. The next day you align your actions with your values. Each day you'll move closer to living a life of purpose. Over time, that purpose becomes clearer, stronger, and more fulfilling. When you live with purpose, everything else falls into place. Your work becomes meaningful, your relationships deepen, your challenges become opportunities for growth. Purpose is the foundation upon which a fulfilling life is built. And the best part? It's something you can work on every day. Finding purpose and fulfillment? I once met a man who had everything: money, success, fame, but he was deeply unhappy. He couldn't figure out why. One day during a conversation, I asked him, "What's your purpose? What's the reason behind all of this?" He had no answer. He had spent so much time chasing success that he lost sight of why he wanted it in the first place. I told him, "You've got to find your purpose and live it every day." He took that advice seriously. He began focusing on what truly mattered: helping others, making a difference, and living with significance. And you know what? His entire life changed. He found happiness. He felt fulfilled. He discovered a sense of peace he had never known before, and it all started with the daily practice of living with purpose. The power of gratitude. If there's one practice that can transform your life instantly, it's gratitude. Gratefulness is one of the most powerful emotions you can cultivate. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your attention away from what's missing and toward what's already good in your life. And when you do that, you begin to attract even more good things. Practicing gratitude every day. Gratitude doesn't require much. It's something anyone can do. Today, take a moment to appreciate the people who support you. Tomorrow, focus on the small blessings, your health, your home, your job. The next day, be grateful for the challenges that have helped you grow. When you're grateful, your mindset shifts from scarcity to abundance. Over time, you'll see your entire outlook on life change, turning challenges into opportunities. Tell me, have you ever had a bad day where everything seemed to go wrong? We've all been there. But here's the secret. Even on those days, there's something to be grateful for. Maybe it's the lesson you learned from a mistake. Maybe it's the strength you gained from overcoming a challenge. When you focus on gratitude, even the tough times become valuable. And that's the real power of gratitude. The ripple effect of gratitude. Gratitude is like a snowball rolling down a hill. It grows bigger and bigger with each day you practice it. The more you focus on what you're grateful for, the more you'll find to be grateful for. And here's the best part. When you live with gratitude, you attract more of the things you're grateful for. You create a cycle of abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Your perspective changes. Your life improves. Gratitude in action. But gratitude isn't just about feeling good, it's about taking action. When you're truly grateful for something, you want to give back. You feel inspired to help others, contribute, and make a difference. That's why gratitude is so powerful. It not only improves your life, but also encourages you to uplift those around you. Gratitude softens us. It makes us more compassionate, more patient, more generous. It strengthens relationships, deepens connections, and creates a life filled with joy and meaning. Final thought, the choice is yours. Every day you have a choice. You can focus on what's missing or appreciate what's already good. You can see challenges as setbacks or as opportunities to grow. You can take life for granted or live with gratitude and purpose. The more you choose gratitude and purpose, the more fulfilling your life will become. So what will you choose today? Shifting from scarcity to abundance. When you embrace gratitude, you begin to let go of scarcity, the fear of not having enough. And that shift is incredibly powerful, because when you stop living in fear, you start living in abundance. And let me tell you, living in abundance is one of the greatest shifts you can make in your life. Gratitude, a muscle to strengthen. Gratitude is like a muscle. It grows stronger the more you use it. Every day, take a moment to reflect on something you're grateful for, and it doesn't have to be something big. Today, you're grateful for the sunshine. Tomorrow, you're grateful for the food on your table. The next day, you're grateful for the lessons learned through hardship. Whatever it is, find something, no matter how small, because the key isn't the size of what you're grateful for. The key is the act of being grateful itself. Resilience through gratitude. Now, let me be clear, being grateful doesn't mean ignoring your problems. Life has its challenges. But gratitude helps you develop resilience, the strength to face challenges without being overwhelmed. It allows you to say, yes, this is hard, but I'm grateful for the strength to get through it. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right, and that gives you the energy, courage, and perspective to keep moving forward. The transformative power of gratitude. I once knew a woman who was going through an incredibly difficult time. She lost her job, her relationship ended, she felt completely lost. Every day seemed like a struggle. One day we sat down and I told her, you've got to find something to be grateful for, even in the midst of this storm. At first she thought it was impossible, But she started small. Each day she wrote down one thing she was grateful for, no matter how small. Slowly her perspective began to change. She started seeing opportunities instead of obstacles. She rebuilt her confidence, she began to rebuild her life, and today, she's happier and more successful than ever before. She'll tell you, it all started with gratitude. Gratitude is contagious. Here's something else you should know. Gratitude is contagious. When you're grateful for life, people around you notice. Your energy shifts. Your positive outlook inspires others. Your generosity encourages others to give. Your appreciation lifts people out of negativity. So when you practice gratitude every day, you're not just improving your own life, you're improving the lives of those around you. And that's a powerful thing. Reflecting on your life now, take a moment and think about your life. Look at these areas: your mindset, your relationships, your discipline, your purpose. How are you improving in each of these areas? Are you being intentional about your growth? Because here's the truth. Every small improvement you make today compounds into bigger results tomorrow. Keep building, keep growing. The smallest daily efforts lead to extraordinary transformations over time. Small daily changes equals big life changes. Let's break it down. Mindset. Start your day with a positive thought. Time management, cut out one distraction. Finances, save a little more or spend a little less. Relationships, reach out and express appreciation to someone. Personal development, read for 10 minutes. Purpose, reflect on what truly matters to you. Gratitude, find one thing to be thankful for. Imagine if you committed to one small improvement every day. The secret to lasting transformation isn't in one huge leap, it's in small, consistent actions. And this is where true progress happens. The power of small steps. Time and time again, I've seen people achieve remarkable things, not by making drastic changes, but by making small daily improvements. Why? Because success isn't a one-time event, it's the result of consistent effort over time. So let me ask you, what small change can you make today? Maybe it's your finances. Review your spending and make one small adjustment. Maybe it's your relationships. Send a message of appreciation to someone you care about. Maybe it's your discipline. Commit to one small daily habit. The key is to start now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Begin with what you have and where you are. Commit to improving just a little every day. The power of purpose. And always remember, the most powerful force behind all of this is purpose. Purpose gives meaning to every improvement you make. Purpose fuels your motivation. Purpose aligns everything in your life. But here's the thing. Purpose isn't something you receive, it's something you develop. Just like gratitude, it's something you can improve every day. Today, reflect on what truly matters to you. Tomorrow, take one step to align your actions with your values. The next day, look for ways to help others. Each small step brings you closer to a life of purpose. And when you live with purpose, everything in your life becomes more meaningful, fulfilling, and rewarding. Final thoughts. The journey is the reward. Life isn't about reaching a final destination, it's about the journey, the small daily steps you take. Every day is an opportunity to improve, grow, become better than you were yesterday. When you commit to improving yourself every day, in every aspect of your life, you'll discover something incredible. The journey itself becomes the reward. So, what will you improve today? What small, consistent action will you take to create the life you want? What step will you take towards success? Remember, success isn't something you chase, it's something you attract by becoming the person you're meant to be. So keep going, keep improving, and watch your life transform.